Hello, I'm back with a new album review and today I'm going to review Decadence by Lifelover. For those of you who aren't familiar with Lifelover, Lifelover was a Swedish depressive metal band started in 2005. They released their first album called Pulver in 2006. Pulver was an album which was really heavily inspired by rock music, but also had influences from black metal, acoustic music, piano music, classical music, all types of music, and they were basically thrown into a blender. And then we had Pulver, and Pulver was awesome. The production could have been better, but Pulver in general definitely was an awesome album. Lifelover went on to release a couple of more albums, Erotic and Concourse. Erotic and Concourse were more inspired by rock music, and they were a little bit softer than Pulver, although they were generally better produced. And in 2009 they released the EP Decadence. Decadence is the most metal of all Lifelover albums. When it comes to the overall sound on this album, Decadence is definitely better produced than its predecessors. Although, when looking at albums like Pulver, that wasn't really that difficult. Pulver in general had a pretty bad production value in my opinion. But anyway, this album also sounds a lot more angry. When you look at albums like Pulver, Erotic and Concourse, those albums had more of a depressive and more of a sorrowful feeling to them. However, Decadence is full of hate, it is full of anger, the guitars are harsh, the vocals are extreme, everything on this album is angry. I hate to make this comparison, but it reminds me of Nicholas Varforth's vocals. When Nicholas Varforth is screaming, and yeah, when he doesn't really do the typical black metal type of screaming, but it sounds very raw, very believable. It sounds pretty much as if he's cutting himself up while recording this. And that is definitely what Kim Carlson himself also sounds like. Kim Carlson's screams on this album sound very believable, very human, and very full of pain. And that is something that I definitely like about this album. This album sounds very human. But everything on this album also sounds pretty diverse. For example, Miss Peace is a very angry song. It sounds very harsh, the vocals are extreme, it is loud, it is angry, and it is definitely there. However, you also have songs like Lethargy, which sounds, for as weird as it's going to sound, Lethargy sounds pretty happy for a Lifelover song. Yeah, Lethargy in general is sort of the black sheep of the album in my opinion. Because of its more upbeat tone. And then immediately after that you get Androider. And Androider sort of has a industrial metal influence. Not that I really mind, I think they use it to great effect. Androider stops halfway, and then the song starts to get really sluggish and a little bit slower. The vocals are very sluggish. Clean vocals, by the way. And well, they use it to great effect. It definitely adds something to the atmosphere. It adds something to the lyrics of Androider are, in my opinion, pure genius. Yeah, Androider definitely is the greatest song on this album. Everything, the diverse song structure, the vocals, the lyrics, the overall atmosphere. Androider is a masterpiece. Visdomsoord and Destination Ingenstans sound pretty much as if they could also have been on Pulver. They are more atmospheric songs. I don't know if this is true, but I pretty much get the idea that this album was made with two separate ideas. To create a more upbeat and more angry, more metal type sound, but also to have the more classical Lifelover songs right at the end. It definitely adds something to the overall diversity. I'm just going to say this now that we're getting to the verdict. Decadence is my favorite Lifelover album. It is angry, it is harsh, it is in your face, but it is also diverse. It is emotional, and it is a boat ride through the mind. And it explores every dark corner the human mind has. And I can only give credit for that. So, I hope you liked the review, and bye.